Hey, Yolanda, how you doing? Alright, I'm about ready to roll here. Just got a tire changed. And I really hate ELD. I went to change myself to personal conveyance status so I can move from my parking spot over to the bay. And I thought I switched myself into PC status, but apparently I thought I was driving. So it started my shift on me a couple hours ago, which I'm not happy about. So, alright, get rolling here. I'm in Brigham City, Utah, at the Loves. About to get rolling here. I'm gonna head down through Salt Lake City. Down into Spanish Fork, which is about 100 miles south of here. And this part of the shift, I'll probably end it in, this stream, whatever, I'll probably end it in Green Valley. Because I wanted to shower. And my plan is to stop at the Pilot there in Green Valley. Hopefully it's not too late. Maybe I can find parking there and get it. How you doing, Jim? Practice to come out like that when there's a truck blocking the view, but I knew there was nobody on the other side of him. Yeah, that 2 hours, it's just got eaten up sitting there without even starting my shift. Now my 14-hour clock turned into a 12-hour clock. Actually, slightly less because because I didn't get moving right at that. Not to mention the on-duty time I have to log for pre-trip. So in reality, it's going to be more like an 11 and maybe an 11 and 40-ish or something clock to work with. And I'm going to need to do a 30-minute break. Which is going to impact my ability to... probably will impact my ability to get to Albuquerque, which is where I was hoping to get to tonight. For lunch with one of my former trainees, because he now drives for Swift here in the Walmart dedicated fleet here here in Corinne, which is just a few miles over to the east of it, to the west of here. swap loads with another driver I know. She and her wife are picking up a load in Yakima. Actually, they just did pick up in Yakima earlier today. They're going to Denton, Texas. She's trying to get back to our terminal so she can get a windshield replaced and get her EPU worked on. So, since my load's going to Oklahoma City and I'm going the same route as her until at least Amarillo, we made an agreement. We'll go ahead and swap loads somewhere along I-40, and they'll catch up to me. And then, come on, dipshit. Maybe just pass on the left instead of the right, dumbass. Not to mention, I got the port of entry coming up here, so I need to be over here. Is open. I will probably get red lighted. We'll find out here in a second. I'm pretty heavy, so even if we don't have any safety score issues, it's a better chance I'll get red lighted anyway. Yeah, I got red lighted. I can't see the light, it's behind my I can see the green light, I can't see the red light, but because where my interior dash cam is at, and I couldn't see anything light up, so it means it's red. Actually, the limit here is 36 in Utah, so I don't. Either way, I'm not worried. Pretty heavy load here. that video I posted about the engine block in the road. Yeah, I forgot to reset the zoom on the second half of that. Because I zoom in to get the screenshots. But then I forgot to reset the zoom back to normal, but at least the first part of it was, you could see everything. Now, what you could see in the first half were the trucks passing me up on Cabbage, and with the screenshots that were in there, did it look like that might have been the same engine as what you could? I know it was really hard to tell. It just seemed like it made sense though, because who else was pulling, or who else had an engine in the back of their vehicle that could have possibly fallen out like that? This shift is going to be on U.S. highways. Might have some really spotty signals in a lot of it. This first 100 miles won't be a problem because I'll be here on I-15 the entire time. But once I get down onto Highway 6, yeah, and all bets are off. You might have good signal, might not. Great Salt Lake here next to me. And then further down over by Provo is Utah Lake, if I remember right. And then further down over by Provo is Utah Lake, if I remember right. I did get out of here later than I wanted to. I wanted to get out of here by around noon or so. But I had to wait for them to call me to bring my truck in to the bay, and then it took time to get the tire changed too. But after that the drive status fiasco, it didn't matter. I needed to sit for 2 hours. Hey, what's up? No. Oh, no, I'll listen to podcasts and stuff on YouTube and stuff sometimes, but like Joe Rogan and stuff like that. But I don't listen to talk radio. Yeah, like Joe Rogan does his podcasts on there, and there are several others who do podcasts on there too. Yeah, I know that thing because sometimes I mix it up sometimes too. I'll listen to my voice aloud reader stuff. I'll queue up news articles or Quora posts and stuff in there, or sometimes I'll just queue up like podcasts or whatever else, stuff that I can just listen to but don't need to watch on YouTube. And then correct. Yeah, now I have YouTube Premium, so when so I can listen to podcasts and whatever, and just turn the display off and just listen to it. And not have any concerns because it's illegal to watch videos and stuff while you're driving, of course. But yeah, yeah. Whereas with yeah, because normally with normal YouTube, if let's just say you want to listen to Joe Rogan, um, normally if you turn the display off, it'll pause the video. But or the way I would do it would be I just slide my notification bar down to cover up the screen, so all I see is a notification bar. And yeah, but then when I got YouTube Premium, then I can actually turn off the display and it keeps playing. Sometimes, yeah, depends on what it is. Like if it's yeah, if it's a channel that monetizes their own videos, then yeah, you'll see that pop up ads on their thing, and maybe even get a little like a small break or something in there. Huh. Yeah. But now is that the Chinese lady you were telling me about, or someone else? Oh, okay, so which one was the Chinese lady you were telling me? Driver later. Interesting. All right, no problem. Bye. Usually clear you're in the wrong lane if you're getting passed by other trucks on the right. So some of these idiots can do that and say they won't move out of that lane because their courier tells them that they want them to stay in that lane for safety reasons. Here's the problem. You force faster trucks to pass you on the right. Now the faster trucks are the ones having to deal with the on-ramp traffic. And it's harder to, it's a more dangerous situation there than if the faster traffic deals with the on-ramp traffic. They get caught up, maybe they have a mishap, and you get caught up in it. You're still involved. Simple answer here. What part of slower traffic keep right do you guys not understand? Get the hell out of the lane. It's one thing to be in the middle lane when there's nobody coming up on you. But so like in here, if I could be over the other lane if I want to try to stay away from the on-ramp and off-ramp traffic. But then the minute I see another truck coming up behind me that I know is going to want to pass me, I'll move over. It's better to have a 65-mile-an-hour truck dealing with on-ramp traffic than a 70-mile-an-hour truck. Ogden now. At exit 346 here, 400 north. Now, these street names are always confusing and weird to people. 400 north simply means that the street is about 4 blocks north of the Mormon temple that is probably in this area. So 400 north is going to be an east-west directional road. So if you hear that if you hear a street name East 400 North, then you know it's on the east side of the street that's 4 blocks north of the temple. That's why they name the streets like that. And it's really not just the Mormons who do that. In fact, like right here, 12th, 21st, and 31st. That's a little more traditional way of doing the same thing, really. Or they'll have either a main street or a baseline road or something along that line, and whatever the main drag is that they base everything else off of, they number it upward or whatever from there. Hey, what's up, Matt? Passing by the pilot in Ogden now. As long as you can drive safely. Not my problem, but it's kind of dumb to do that in front of other truckers because there are snitches out here. Especially when you work for a mega carrier like that guy does. If you're someone get pictures or video, whatever, of him in the act and send it to his company, and there goes his job. Not gonna say don't talk on the phone, you know, the actual, like, I mean, I use hands-free, but I know people who can't even talk to their front seat passenger and drive at the same time safely. So to me, why do I care if it's the front seat passenger or someone holding the phone in their hand or talking on a headset? It doesn't matter. It's a pure and simple fact. Doesn't matter what the distraction is or how you're used to handling it. It can still be a Hey Lisa, I know you were already on there earlier. I was just kind of busy chatting or whatever. You guys were kind of having your own little conversation. The I-84 split coming up in about a mile or so, a couple miles here. I think I'm going to have some commute time. And I don't mind ending my shift late at night. to get back to the yard to get a windshield replaced and get her. Both of our loads are due on the 21st. Hers is due in Denton and mine's going to Oklahoma City. And we're both taking the same basic route. So I did figure out those two streams from yesterday. Both did get blocked. One of them was from the Dr. Dre song, Nothing But a G Thing. And what was the other one from? I think it was like the very first song in there. Oh, Dexy's Midnight Runners. Come on, Eileen. That's the one that got the other video blocked. So just gotta learn which songs are gonna block the videos and which ones won't, and just try to stay away from the ones that'll get it blocked. Exit 335, State Route 103. Getting into the Clearfield area now. I'd like to be able to do 70, but I'm only going to do what the traffic is going to allow me to do. First hater. Well, somebody thumbed down my video or something? so sad. No point in watching my channel if you don't like what I have to post. Or the way I run my speech or whatever. Sorry, Audi, I didn't want to cut you off, but these guys are kind of leaving me in a bad spot. Doesn't look like you're in a hurry to get off the freeway anyway. If someone thumbs down my video, so what? It only mainly impacts their own recommended video preferences. So if they don't want to see life of a trucker, then the more they thumb down my videos, the less they'll see my stuff on their recommendations. About this Prius driver. I wanted to move over to get out of the fast lane, but this Prius driver, I have to be aware of what he's up to. westbound from I-15 Orview Legacy Parkway, both 17 minutes. I'm sure there are people who get a little snitty about the fact that I interact while I'm driving too. I mean, to me, it takes no longer to... Let's get a slow down here or something. We've got Legacy Parkway coming up. I mean, 'cause some people might look at it like I'm texting and driving or something, but... in reality, a quick glance is no different than me scanning my gauges or gonna get down to speed, I hope. Truck behind me. I think that truck behind me had to hit his brakes a pretty good amount to slow down for me. Look at my gauges or anything else more than a second at a time or whatever, and then go back to looking at the road. It's the same thing. Just scan the screen just a second, and then go back to looking at the road. And there's a time and place for that kind of stuff. Like right here, obviously, it's not a good time to even be looking at any of that stuff. You need to pay attention to the traffic. Even if I'm just going to look at my gauges, to make sure they're giving all the right indications that I'm expecting them to. Yeah, that's another case where you're in the right situation. Ideally, on a straightaway with no traffic around you. That's the time to scan that kind of stuff. Sometimes Legacy Parkway is open to trucks, but it's usually truck restricted. If I find that it's open, I might go ahead and take it down because it'll take me down to 215, and I can take 215 around all the downtown traffic. But this looks like it might be. This looks like it's a localized slowdown for whatever this incident is right here in front of Park Lane. I can see the traffic around the other side of the curve look like it's more wide open and like people are accelerating. Between a dump truck. These are just emergency vehicles here. Or what? I don't know about the SUV here. Okay. Alright, so yeah, it is looks like they're looking at the front end of the SUV. So they must have bumped into the back end of the dump truck, or the dump truck moved over too soon or something. I didn't notice what the sign said about Legacy Parkway, so I'm gonna assume that it's truck restricted right now, like it normally is. Mind checking out this amusement park here. Got a number of interesting looking rides. what's happening? A little bit north of Salt Lake City. How about you? To Vegas? Oh, okay. What route are you taking? Good call. Yeah. Oh, over in Henderson? Oh, okay. Is it a drive-in or reefer loader? Drive-in, I don't know. What foods? TH Food. No. What street is it? Gallagher Crest Road. Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell. Where's that? Have you looked on a map, see what major route or streets it's in there? Oh, 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 okay. Yeah, my load's going to Oklahoma City. I'm gonna go down through Green River and down the U.S. highways down to Albuquerque. Yeah, I don't know. They want you to be back in Rockford. Oh, what? Monday morning to Vegas? Oh, okay. So yeah, it's your backhaul that they want delivered on Monday. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of tight. Yeah, good luck. Good luck getting a 700-mile day out of going through I-70. Yeah, but with mountains and curves, it doesn't matter what kind of traffic there is or isn't. That's hard to do on I-70. I-15. The quickest route for you would be 80 over to 76 down to Denver, and then across 70 to 15. Yeah, the other, yeah. Yeah, the other way to go would be to work your way down to US 54 or something, and then take 54 all the way down to Tucumcari, and then take 40 across to Kingman, and then come back up 93. No, 40 doesn't go through Vegas. You'd have to take 40 over to Kingman, and then you'd have to go up north on US 93 about 100 miles to get from there to Henderson. 55 to 44, and then 40. Correct. Yeah, you would have some hills on 93, but it's not that much. And then of course the mountains in Arizona. Uh, Guess again, northern Arizona is pretty high altitude, and so does New Mexico up there. They both can be prone to snow at times. Not really bad, but man, I'd say Arizona's more prone to seeing snow stick and stay than New Mexico. I've never had to chain there in either state, but doesn't mean they won't put chain laws up. Yeah. Oh, 80 through Nebraska is easy, but right before that'd be I-25. What the? No. Why the hell would you go all the way across to 25 and go south? That is stupid. 'Cause you can pick up I-76 in Big Spring, Nebraska, and then take that southwest. I would think they would have you take 76 down from Big Spring to Denver. That is a southwest, or that road does go southwest. The other, yeah, the other option, actually, the alternate route that I take when I'm dealing with that direction is 80 straight across over to here in Salt Lake City and then down 15. It's 50 miles longer than if you take 70 across, but you don't get all the hills, you don't get all the mountains except for Parley's Pass, which isn't that bad. Yeah, yeah, I got shut down on 80 the other day. Yeah, now if you take If you take 54 down to 40, because that's another way you can go, is basically you go down basically like to Kansas City and all that. And although I think from where you're at, probably because you're off Rockport, or is it, or Rockford? Okay, off 39. Yeah. So yeah, then 55 to 44 to 40 would be the more logical route if you're going to go that direction at all. Correct. You get on you get on I-44 runs into I-40 in Oklahoma City. Yeah, you would take 40 all the way from Oklahoma City to Kingman, and then north on 93 from Kingman to Henderson. Correct. Yeah. hmm Honestly, I tend to find 70s um, less unpredictable. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, you'll get the snow and stuff, and may have to chain up in that area sometimes, but um, shit, at least they don't close the freeway down as anywhere near as much as they do I-80 in in Wyoming. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It's all that white stuff. Doesn't surprise me. It's all that white stuff. Yeah, I have seen it get shut down south, but it's usually not for very long. It's more likely to happen for an accident than anything else. Yeah, that's more of an issue on I-10 than it is anywhere else. New Mexico, I-10. Yeah, there are areas there where because anywhere there were sand and you get a strong desert winds, yeah, that can definitely happen. I've seen it happen there. It's just I think New Mexico might be a little more notorious for it though. Yeah, that's not good. And then Yeah, and then they'd be like, well, just because the speed limit says 75 doesn't mean you can take our truck at 75. Oh, I'm messing with you about it. Like, it'd be like, oh, it's our truck, and you'll drive it the way we tell you to drive it. Yeah, but then looking at it from their end, though, they're the ones who own the truck. They're the ones that pay the insurance on the truck, and they hear that all the time, and they see all the time people saying that and turn around and have an accident. I can't say I blame them. Yeah, it's refreshing, isn't it? It's refreshing, I would think. Yeah, and that's out of how many? Okay. No, and also that's why it shouldn't even matter if it's number one, number two, or number three. Anywhere up there is good, knowing that you're more productive than than almost the entire fleet. Yeah, that's just stroking your ego. That's just stroking your ego thing there, though. For me, I mean, I don't, because everybody has their own ideals, and that can also factor in. Like you're a more hard-working, driven kind of guy, but then there, like here with our people, we have a lot of guys who are content with running like 2,500 miles a week and not 3,000 plus, and they're okay with yeah, they're okay with not making as much either because they want to be in a more comfortable space. Yeah, different people, different ideals. Yeah, I feel like I'm sitting too long. Yep, and then yeah, and then sitting, yeah, and then running 2,000 to 2,500 a week. I feel like I'm sitting too much. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Because I've done 3,800 plus in a single 70-hour period, and I did that one 7-day period. I got this on my spreadsheet where I got just over 4,000 in a 7-day period. Yeah, although yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I usually run about 50 hours of actual drive time per week, and then at the governed speed, that should put me around 3,500 a week on a decent week. So when do you leave with that load going to Vegas? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna try to get to Albuquerque tonight, but when I was trying to move my PC from my parking spot over to the repair bay, stupid thing put me in drive mode instead. I guess because I moved before it actually processed. Damn thing. So I started my shift too early, and it basically put me in an 8-2. It put me in an 8-2 split situation, and I had to sit and I had to. I only had like 22 minutes of drive time to work with, and I was getting my tire replaced anyway. So and they ended up taking most of the 2 hours that I was gonna have to sit in order to get my drive time back anyway. I was really annoyed with that because I was trying to go PC mode over there. Then I was gonna start with a fresh 14. Now I have less than 12 hours to work with for this whole shift. Yep. From Brigham City to Albuquerque is probably a good 640 or so. And a lot of it is on, yeah, and a lot of it is on U.S. highways. Yeah, that was not usually. Yeah, it won't matter too much, I guess, where I stop. I might end up stopping in, what's that town called? It's not Cortez, is it? I think it's some other town down there on 550. Then I'm gonna swap loads with another driver somewhere on I-40. Don't know where yet. Prob Probably be somewhere between Albuquerque and Amarillo. I know that because her her load, not his, her load is going to Denton, Texas. Mine's going to Oklahoma City. And no, mine's going to Oklahoma City. But the thing is, her truck needs a new windshield, and she wants to get her AP looked at. So she wants to go back over to our terminal to get it looked at. And Oklahoma City's a good place for her to deliver to do that. Because since yeah, from where my customer is to our yard is only like maybe 80 miles or something like that, 80, 90 miles versus Denton. That's down there. That's down there on the north of Fort Worth. So yeah, and she just picked up. She teams with her wife, and then she's gonna meet me somewhere on I-40. And both of our loads are due on the 21st anyway. So I was like, yeah, I don't mind. It's similar miles, similar delivery times and all that. And it helps her get back to the terminal to get her truck stuff done. It's all good. And I think my live viewers are liking the view here of the mountain with snow on it. Because I'm streaming live on YouTube right now, by the way. And I didn't mention anything earlier because they can't hear your side. They can only hear my side. Okay. Bye bye. Alright, his wife's calling, so yeah, his wife's calling, so time to get off there anyway. What is my wife up to? I saw her say something earlier, but I was on the phone and had a lot of traffic to pay attention to, so my eyes were staying on the road and nowhere else. Or I should say the road and my mirrors. But at quick glance, I saw her earlier. Alright, so I'm south of Salt Lake City now. I just got past South Fort, and I got Lehigh, I think, coming up. Hey, what's up, Matt? Good. What's up? Yeah, I'm just south of Salt Lake, about 10, 15 miles. Yeah, I'm US 65. Oh, are you going up from Arkansas or? That's right. Yeah, 'cause I remember we were talking about Quincy yesterday, and I picked up a load at a cave over there in Quincy before. I didn't deliver, but I'm kind of wondering if it's the same cave. Ah, what, what Danville something is that? Danville, Arkansas. What's over there? What? Two pallets? That's funny. Oh, that'll be an easy one to deal with. That, oh, yeah, everybody's not so favorite place. Yeah, okay. So you're going from Quincy, and then you're picking up after where at after? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been through there. I mean, yeah, 80 to 15 is the shortest route, but yeah, we know Wyoming. Um, from Waterloo, I'd consider taking. Ooh, I would say maybe 35 down to 35. Not quite to 40. Go to basically take 35 down toward Wichita, and then you can either take US 50 or US 54. I usually like to take 50 across from what's that damn town called? Oh, that's off 135. Well, actually, yeah, no, Emporia. Yeah, you can pick up US 50 in Emporia and go west, and then when you get to Hutchinson, Kansas, you can head down. It's like Kansas. Is it 61? I think goes down from Hutchinson down to Pratt, and then 54 down from Pratt all the way down to Tucumcari. Yeah, that's no lie there, because I I went through Wyoming the other day only because it looked like it wasn't expecting any weather problems, and yeah, a surprise. And even when I did leave, they still had technically it was still closed to light high profile vehicles, but I was looking at no, I only had 25,000 pound load. But yeah, but then I'm looking at the weather radar and the wind speed indications were barely like 20 miles an hour. I'm like, yeah, you can't possibly tell me I get 60 mile an hour gusts with 20 mile an hour sustained winds. That's just not, I know better. 20 to 25 mile an hour sustained winds are only going to see maybe 45 gusts, if that. So I was like, I'm not going to sit here forever. These wind speed data is telling me it should be okay. So I just said to hell with it. I got moving, and yeah, I brought my speed down through there on the stronger part of it. But I've taken a lighter load through stronger winds than what I went through up there. So I didn't see what the big deal was. Yeah, yeah. Because normally my rule of thumb is if as soon as I see the sustained winds get up to 35, then it's time to shut down because 35 is going to give you 50 plus mile an hour gusts. So yeah, it's if it's yeah, and I'll do that with it doesn't matter how heavy or light I am. If I get gusts of if I get 35 with gusts of 50 plus, doesn't matter how heavy or light I am, I'll still pull over. Yeah, you broke up. Oh, yeah, Tijeras Pass. Yeah, but I mean, as long as you focus on the fundamentals, keep the RPMs high, and traction control helps too. Although the traction control takes away my fun though when I'm bobtail or whatever and trying to lose. And what am I talking about? You didn't hear that? Yeah. Oh, okay. It must have the town was pretty far forward. Oh, yeah. I hate when they do loads on me like that. Sometimes Walmart and Colton does that to me. I go try to put my load locks in, and yeah, you try to put your load locks in, and you can't even get in there, right? Yeah, and then yeah, that is a lot nicer. Yeah, they actually have a process there that can work as effectively as what Costco does, which is it's hard to believe, but Tracy. Huh. Yeah, I don't do too many Costco loads. I've done a handful of them over to Mariloma. I've been to Tracy, I think 2 or 3 times. Been to Morris a couple of times. I did another Costco DC in what's it, West Palm Beach, Florida. I want to say, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I've not been to that one. Yeah, definitely. A quick little aside here, because I know a question got asked where exactly I'm at right now on the stream. I'm going through American Fork, Utah right now, about 15 miles north of Provo. Dude, what are you doing? Freaking UHP truck. Yeah, it kind of suddenly darted up and or from next to me and kind of threw me off because it kind of looked like he was going to veer into me at first. Like, what are you doing, dude? I was like, I know you're a cop, but you don't need to be crashing into me. right? And you're using the wrong kind of equipment. Yeah, I, I I would say more than likely not, because usually it's I know that if they give me a load that takes that long for pickup, then I know they're only giving me it because there's nothing better to give me. Yeah, I might give them a little crap for fun about it. Man, is that the best you can give me? But I know I do it for fun though. I know that it's yeah. Yeah, no, case in point, there was one where, and I ended up, yeah, they ended up telling me, you can go ahead and drop it in the drop yard, and then we'll keep you rolling. Okay. They give me another load that picked up that same day that I dropped in the drop yard in Umatilla, and and then I got their, basically I got off their, out of their, got past the guard shack at 10, it was only a 430-mile trip. And it was not due that next day. It was not. It was due the following night. So basically, yeah. So I ended up getting into Monroe early enough where I could do a full 34-hour reset that I didn't even really need, but went ahead and got it anyway, and it ended up working out great because the next load after that was Blounceville to far west Utah. Yeah, 1,900 plus miles, and And I remember it was a good thing I got to Brownsville when I did too, because I kind of had the mentality whenever I have an empty, I mean, whenever I know I'm picking up a dropping hook load, I like to drop my empty as quickly as possible because I've had times where I get to a shipper and they say, yeah, we don't have any trailers to load you with, so we're gonna, we need your trailer to even get you loaded. So so I get over there in Blounceville at like 3 in the morning, and I had like shit, like 10 o'clock or whatever the hell it was, appointment time. I don't even remember. And then they tell me, oh, glad you showed up because we don't have any empties. I was like, well, and that's exactly why I come early. That way, if you guys do need an empty, you have one. Um, yeah. See, with that, yeah, with that one, they told me just stay hooked up to my trailer and then just park over in the drop lot, um, and then they said, yeah, about 8 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock, turn on your reefer unit, and then by 10 o'clock, we'll call you up and have you back into a door. Like, okay, cool. So by the time my 10-hour break, I was already loaded and everything. By the time my 10-hour break was up, and freaking got moving. Okay, yeah. So oh, hang on, compliance is calling me. Okay. Hello, this is Scott. Hey, hey, how you doing? Good. Yeah, I called them up. Just remember, I don't remember if it was you or someone else I talked to. Forgot I couldn't find my card for them, and so yeah, yeah. When I was at the yard last week, I think I talked to you or someone else in your office about that, and yeah, I ended up calling the driver legal company, whatever, and made contact with somebody there, and that's what they had indicated. Said the lawyer showed up and was successful in getting it dismissed. Yeah, I paid it with my debit card. Okay. Okay. Excellent. All right. Appreciate the heads up. You too. Bye. Yeah, it was just the our compliance department calling me to verify that I knew what went on, what uh, the outcome of my bicycling skills ticket was. I can't believe someone did a thumb down that video. What the hell? Yeah, but you know what? I did figure out from watching my own video that, God, I say so a lot. Like, so this, so that, so what. I about wanted to tell myself to shut the hell up. Alright, so yeah, that was Matt Mosley, by the way. I was on the phone with prior to that, not Eric. He's on his way up to Quincy, Illinois, going to deliver to the caves up there, and then he's got Waterloo, Iowa to Southern Cal. So what, Eric? So what if I want to say so much? I gotta admit, watching that, that kind of got me a little more self-conscious about how much I use that word. So that's not a bad thing. And it kind of had me wondering if maybe that's why they thumbed down the video. Because like, why else would they thumb down that? Or unless it was somebody who just got jealous or something that that I got a ticket dismissed. So why is this oversized loads sign upside down? So why are you such a jackass? Provo, next 2 exits. I want to get around this truck, but there's too much other 4-wheeler traffic. I'm just going to kick back here. No big deal. I'm less than 10 miles away from US 6. US 6 will be the route I'll be taken down from here in Spanish Fork down to Green River. My lights on now since two lane roads. I always like to have my my headlights on no matter what. Oh, now I can finally move over. Question is, will the other traffic allow me to get past this guy? with your tire? Was it on the truck or? Yeah, it was on the. It was on the truck. It's my left rear drive tire. It was just getting a little worn. More to the point, I wanted it changed, so I got a new one. Hey, Tara. Says US 6 is still has a lot of construction going on there, so that might be a little annoying experience there. Find out soon. I know he sometimes goes down that way because he's in Walmart dedicated fleet in Corinne. Same guy I was talking about. I trained him, and when I was at the Walmart fleet in Colton, I actually trained him. Yeah, he's a good driver. It was funny because I guess when he got over there, he drives for Swift now in that Walmart dedicated fleet, and I guess they knew that he had come from, I guess, from Sierra England. And they were kind of surprised at how knowledgeable and skilled he seemed to be. So they asked him, who trained you? I know a guy at Sierra England. He says he was really, really good, and yeah, I'm still friends with him. I talk to him I still keep in touch, whatever. And I guess they want him to be a mentor over there now because. Yeah. I guess they liked enough what they saw, and yeah, usually when we get Sierra England drivers over here, we have to retrain them. It's pretty bad. Yeah, that's true, Eric. And I think the maintenance account was already about to go into the negative for my PM and DOT inspection that I had done. So I'll be in the 10 cent per mile crew for the maintenance account for a while. Hey there. Problems on the board or make the answer. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so in other words, the kids are just being a little whiny. They don't want to put the work in. US 6, 4 1/4 miles. A gallon here. Should have looked up on Pilot app or Pilot app to see what the price for fuel is at the Pilot in Green River. Then again, I'm going to stop in Green River regardless, so I can, as long as I can find parking there, so I can get a shower. Probably top off my tanks while I'm there too. You're in a good spot there. Single, don't have to worry about anybody but yourself. You can make some serious. I hope you're sidelining a lot of money off that. So you can get really well off if you focus that. going through Wyoming. In fact, they actually are going to pay me the extra miles and actually directed me to go this way, which I was going to do anyway. I would have already been in, probably already would have been in Wyoming by now if I had gone that way. So I'll be taking US 6 down to Green River, head across 70 a little bit, and then go down to 191, 491, 64, and 550, basically until I get to just north of Albuquerque. Spanish Fork, exit 6, eastbound Highway 6, which is my exit coming up. Route here. $293 a pilot. Okay, that's what you meant. All right, that'll work. It's about the same price anyway. So net price will be about $280, which is still below the national average. I can go for that. Thanks for that information there, Eric. many homes connect, yeah, basically. Turning, yeah, looks like we are. Alright, it's the Spanish Fork Parkway. Luxury townhomes, model open. Yeah, you stupid thing. I don't know what that is. It's done it as long as I've had this truck. Or it could be like a little surge there. I don't know if it's my clutch fluid or something else. But it surges and then comes back, whatever, and kind of plays around with my performance and all that. And then right there it happened. I was in the middle of shifting. Exercise facilities. No lawnmowers, no snow blowers. Live at the ridge. Look at these dinky backyards they get, though. I guess small backyards are ideal for some people. Less yard to maintain, but if you got kids, though, it's probably better to have a bigger yard. Half mile. Don't make that light turn red on me, car. Turn where that JCPenney DC is. West, yeah, it is. I remember I used to came here a couple times for Sierra England. US 89. Traffic, keep right. There'll be a way station up here too. I forget how many miles up, but I know there's one coming up. It tends to be open for eastbound traffic, closed for westbound. Hey, Anthony. Far so good here with the traffic conditions. Hope it stays that way. Because it will be a little covered up here, so it might be where it might find wet roads because the sun can't get to it very well. Mile marker. Yeah, I'll get the dash cam recorded footage of it later on, and later on. Purple tractor for you there, Lisa. It's Brigham. I see somebody back there behind me. There are a couple of cars. First one's more than at least a good mile behind now. train coming the other way. It's occupied. It's occupied. Over. The water bottles tip over and then they run into my. Hey Mike, how's it going? Eastbound on US 6 right now between Spanish Fork, Utah and Green River, Utah, by the way. Lisa and I know each other through my friend Scotty. He streams also. He also drives for JCT. And Scotty has a Facebook group. Now, sometimes I interact with everybody on his live feeds, and then in his Facebook group also. That was more where I got to know Lisa better in there. Or ice. Now, Mike is a former co-worker of mine. We both used to be aircraft mechanics together. Yeah, March Air Force Base. He retired, I can't remember what year before. A handful of years before I did, and ended up moving to the Indianapolis area. Oh, 23. Okay, yeah, I didn't think it was too many. Hello. Hey, how's it going? Good. This is Jennifer. Isis. Yeah, you talking about Jennifer and Jesse? Yeah, I'm fine with that. She and I were talking on Facebook about it. I was originally going to try to make Albuquerque today. I don't know if I can make it because I had a little snafu with my HOS when I was in Brigham City. Yeah, I was trying to PC. Oh, yeah. I was trying to go to PC mode to move my truck from my parking spot to the shop, and yeah. Apparently, I started to move the truck before the thing had actually processed. So, yeah, yeah. That's what she was saying too. Um, yeah, if I can make it to I-40, yeah, I'd be fine. Otherwise, yeah, we can arrange some other location tomorrow. No. Okay. Yeah. 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 Because I figured Albuquerque's as far as I'm gonna get today. It's because I was looking, it's like 680, 690 or so just to get to Moriarty, and a lot of this shift is going to be on U.S. highways, so it's just not realistic to make it that far. So, um, yeah, it makes no difference to me. I know I guess for being more simplistic for on your end, we can always set up Amarillo tentatively, and because I know it'd be a lot easier for you on the so works for me. I tend to depends on if I need a shower, and I'm hoping I'm gonna get my shower on my 30-minute break here in Green River. So ideally, probably the TA. Okay, sounds good. Hey, no problem. They both deliver at the same time, similar miles and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, no problem. You too. Have a good day. Bye. Alright, that was the other driver's DM, Jennifer. Ironically, the name of the driver I'm swapping with is Jennifer also. But yeah, now Jennifer and I, we know each other on Facebook, and we knew that I'd be coming down this route. I was in the middle of picking up a load out of Yakima, going to Denton, Texas, and she was telling me about how she's trying to get back a lot. Closing the loop there with. Hey, Mike, I see you. I'll talk to you later. Helper, next two exits. little town here. Pretty good number of residences here for how small it is. Machine and hydraulics. Historical marker. Snow is going away. State Route 139 now. Spring Glen. Carbonville, quarter mile. Alright, we're done with this 55-mile-an-hour crap. Limit sign coming up. Can't read it yet though. I think it's 65. Yeah, it's coming up to 65 again. Hey, what's up, Jesse? Hey, by the way, I looked up the number for the for life. So if you multiply your balance by that amount every week and then subtract your payment, that should keep you in the neighborhood. Won't be exact, but it'll be in the right neighborhood. Coming up, Carbon Avenue, half mile. Repeat, we're in the town of Price, Utah right now. US 6 and 191, in between Spanish Fork or basically in between I-15 and I-70. Stop right there. So I've been through here several times before, but it's not frequent, and I always forget what all's over here. Jesse, we'll see you later. I-70, 57 miles. Moab, 113. See, 57, that would put me about a little over 240 miles into the shift. So it's right about where right around the same distance I thought it would be. Right now, so within the next hour, we'll say about 6:15 or so, I'll be there. Now he said something about getting it late, like he was ready Monday morning or something, and I guess wasn't going to be picking up until today. Saputo, he's in Tulare then. So out of Saputo, he might be heading up to like Illinois or somewhere out that direction. Not sure though. They tend to get more oddball locations for destinations out of there. Wellington, yeah, there's another Syrian. Speed racers, along with the guy behind me. Going to Tennessee, okay. Yeah, see what I mean? Those Saputo loads, whenever I pick them up, they do tend to go to kind of a little bit more random locations that we don't normally do too much at. Prepare to stop when flashing. Familiar, but not sure where exactly in Tennessee that is. West of Knoxville. Okay, that's probably why I recognize it. Night Ideal Park, 400 feet ahead. Pond access. Didn't I just pass a Mormon church a second ago? Pretty sure I did. You have two of them here. Tiny little town like this, or two Mormon or LDS churches, whatever you prefer to call them. older, smaller homes in this area. Chevron has truck parking. It's a nice looking place there. Looks brand new. I don't know if I remember I've been there before last time I was here. Mile marker coming up here. Yeah, got a little bit of snow on these mountains up here, mostly on the higher elevations though. Mike Dimitrich Highway. Out from Green River now. And back to 65 we go. England Coca-Cola fleet truck. Versus what the phone looks like, and it's interesting little contrasts in there with the color and brightness and all that. So I should be able to have the dash cam put. I think my tablet died though. I think it used more when I was starting this. Got some mesas here, looks like. Always interesting to see all that terrain there. Multicolored terrain, looks so cool. Now, if I remember right, the rest of the run here between here and I-70 is going to look mostly like this. Recall there are any other towns in between here and I-70. I think that was it though. Yeah, it's just been a while. I don't remember. I know there was a stretch that looked like this, and from I-70 up, then it was quite a decent number of miles at least. See, that's one of the benefits of having headlights on this, and even in daytime. I can see that car down there in the bottom of the hill. It's a darker, it looks like a darker colored car, and up against the gray asphalt, whatever, it can be a little harder to see. But the fact they have their headlights on makes it a lot easier to notice them. Intersection ahead, no passing. Truck congestion, half mile. New traffic, keep right. This is State Route 123 I'm getting ready to cross. East Carbon and Sunnyside, turn left. And junction. Dinosaur Corey. Assume that means they found dinosaur fossils over here somewhere at some point in time. Between 40 and 45 miles out from Green River now. Starts with a W, I forget the name. Should be mostly desolate from here to Green River though. Entering Emery County. because the ruts on the road tend to want to pull my truck at times, and it gives the illusion that the wind might be blowing me one direction or another, when in reality it's just the rut pulling me mechanically, basically. Nearest car driver behind me is at least a good couple of miles back, maybe even 3. So I'll have a nice open air road to myself for a good bit of time, good amount of time here. Even if it is, I don't care. I'm doing the speed limit anyway. Right at about 40 miles now from Green River. Definitely one of the perks of doing this is all the cool scenery you get to see. And every day it's a different thing. Now, sometimes there are areas here where you can be driving for 20 years and then still end up on some roads that you've never been on before. I remember when I was on my trainer's truck when I first got my CDL. We had done a load from Twin Falls, Idaho area over to, or I think it was Jerome, Idaho, actually, to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And we ended up going across, up through West Yellowstone over by, is it Karen? Yeah, isn't it Karen who lives over there? Yeah, over through her neck of the woods and up that way into Bozeman, I think. We were up into the Bozeman area and then got on I-90 from over there. And my trainer, now he had about just shy of 20 years of experience when I was on his truck. There's a truck parked over here in this rust area thing. Anyway, yeah, he had told me that in his 20 years of driving, that was the first time he'd ever been on that particular section of road. I need to downshift. 7% grade is 43,000 pound plus load is not a good combo. I'll end up getting below 50 actually. I don't remember how long this downgrade is though. Doesn't look incredibly long. But the less I have to use my brakes coming down here, the better. It's not always. route just tends to be the one that we usually take, but sometimes we end up going to a customer we've never been to before that requires that we use a different route or, you know, along that line. Although, yeah, there are times where we can elect to take a different route just for the pure fun of it. As long as we can get our load delivered on time, that's what matters. That wasn't too bad. I got almost to the top end of my RPM range there with 8th gear by the time it started to flatten out. Let's see if I can fix that. Yeah, a little bit of crud on the windshield, I guess you're saying. I gotta change that windshield wiper out on the right side. I'm gonna get more dust on the windshield because of this guy. Junction I-70, 29 miles out. A little bit after 6:15, maybe 6:20, 6:25ish when I get the pilot. I'm hoping to even have showers. That's a small pilot, if I remember right. I gotta double check. Spots, 7 fuel lanes. They do have 5 showers, okay. So, when it's possible. Climb to the tops of those hills over there. A four-wheeler catching up to me. Come on, car. Catch up and pass me before you lose your passing lane. Jamie, did they give you a verdict on that? Do they total it out, or are they going to repair it? the building? I'm kind of confused on what exactly the story of that place is. Well, importantly, you're okay, Jamie, and then more importantly, did you learn an important lesson about traffic safety from it? Like, never assume that it's a four-way stop unless you see stop signs on the other side, on the cross street. I had a near miss once, right by my house actually. The four-way stop right by my house where I used to live. It was a four-way stop. I was there all by myself. I saw a guy approaching from the left, but it didn't look like he was slowing down, so I didn't want to pull out into the intersection until I knew for sure that he was going to slow down. Sure enough, what happens, he just goes selling right on through the intersection, never stops at all, never even slows down. Had I gone out into the intersection, when at the time I was going to, there's a possibility he would have hit me. If you get into trucking, Jimmy, you cannot make those kinds of mistakes. If you run a stop sign like that, or if you basically fail to yield at a two-way stop like that, and somebody hits you, and there's a possibility they can get killed. And right there meets the definition of vehicular manslaughter. I don't want to lecture you. I'm just saying it is of paramount importance when you're in a truck. Because it doesn't matter whose mistake it is. If it's yours or the other guy's, the other guy gets killed. It's kind of like when you're on a motorcycle. It doesn't matter whose mistake it is. If you have an accident, involving, if you have a collision with another vehicle and you're on a motorcycle, you're the one who gets killed. Be a little over 20 miles away now from Green River. Passing lane, 5 miles. Rapid something. Jimmy, we'll see you. Now, Tom is probably busy sawing logs. Dreaming about his next fishing trip. gaining on this truck up here. Drinking coffee any time of day for me. Unless you want some entertainment looking at the weird faces I make trying to drink it. Miles ago to Green River. I'm hoping, yeah, I know, he looks like this guy's maybe keeping up with me now, perhaps. Hopefully I won't catch him until I'm already at I-70. Yeah, James, I don't drink it either. It smells so wonderful. I love it as far as the smell's concerned, but yeah, I don't care what you put in it. Don't care what effort you make to mask the flavor, the coffee itself. So, yeah, there's another purple prime truck. There's just no hiding it. I will notice it, and it's not good. Truck gaining on me, obviously speeding because I'm doing 67 and a 65 and he's gaining on me. Well, I don't care. I've been noticing Prime has a lot of newer trucks that are purple. Swift versus JCT right now because I haven't seen any JCTs anywhere. This is not a normal freight lane for us. Well, it can be when people are trying to avoid Wyoming, but not too many come through here. Volvo's catching up to me pretty fast. Yeah, light him up. Light him up. No, not turning around. right there at the, about just south of Ogden. And then his second delivery is over here in Montrose, Colorado. Less than 10 miles to go. You cannot possibly tell me you call Little Caesars good food. It's probably the nastiest pizza I've ever had. Come on, James, we got a culture. Get you more culture. I've got a pile of trucks here and cars. Scion truck, pulling doubles. Yeah, Lisa, Little Caesars is, I wouldn't really call it, I don't know if I call it fast food, but it's a pizza chain, local pizza chain, really big. They specialize in very low-cost pizzas. Yeah, we actually do loads for Little Caesars through the Prino. We pick up Prino Foods loads in Lemoore, California. A lot of those actually go to Little Caesars. Well, we take them to different distribution centers, but they eventually, like McLean or what's that, Blue Ribbon Foods or whatever that place is called. But yeah, usually those cheeses that we get from Leprino we take are usually pizza related. Whether it be Papa John, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, maybe Domino's, all that, pretty much all of them. Those cheese loads is pretty much a guarantee you're going to have a 40,000 pound load when you come out of there. I see, I-70's coming right up here. About 5 miles or so to go to the pilot. Gonna head east on I-70, and then the first exit after that will be the west side exit for Green River. Green River, the main drag there is a loop. It goes up around up on the north side of I-70, and then it loops back around, comes back down onto I-70 on the east side. A trainee, her first day driving, I was, oh man, her sense of direction was so terrible. We had a load that picked up in Springville, Utah, and was going to South Carolina, Gaffney, South Carolina. I remember we came down this way. I tried to stay awake as long as I could, especially because she was brand new, and I was so exhausted. I ended up falling asleep on this latter section of I-7 of US 106 and 191, and then I of course figured I would think she'd have enough common sense to know that South Carolina's east coast, and my intent was to be awake before she got on I-70 anyway, but I didn't wake up until I felt her taking a long sweeping right turn. As soon as I felt that right curve, it's like, oh shit, she just got on the westbound side of 70, didn't she? So I come out of my bunk and take a look, and sure enough, yeah, she got on the westbound side. Like, how the hell do you do that? Don't you know where South Carolina is? I mean, granted, I know you don't know the highway network, but a little common sense. Where is South Carolina on a map? It's all the way on the East Coast. So why the hell would you go west? I'm doing a 30-minute break in Green River. I mainly want to stop here so I can get a shower. I'll probably top off my fuel tanks too.
You got it if you want it.
Alright, half a mile to Green River, the west end of it. Yeah, that wasn't the only time I had issues with her making wrong turns because her sense of direction was terrible. She was not a good driver either. And I remember laughing because she said that when she went to CDL school, which was some other school, whatever, in Washington. No, she was motivated. I give her that. But I remember her first day on the truck, she was telling me about how she did really well with backing in her CDL school, and people were asking her for help. Yeah, because I guess she was doing better at it than everyone else was. And she also said that she had like a 35 or whatever the hell it was foot horse trailer that she'd pull a lot and have to back up. So okay, so I'm interested in seeing how good this girl can back. Now, people always need help with the setups. Once you're set up, I like to when I have just see what they do, see what their instincts are, what kind of habits they have. Give them a chance to try it on their own first, but I'll help them at first with the setup. A good setup is critical. Usually when I come here, I like to stop here. Look like, what the hell happened to the building? Interesting. They gutted that place. Now, I did stop there once, at this place over here on the left. I remember when I was there, some girl was parked over there right by the Burger King, I forget. Whatever the fast food joint was in there. I want to say it was Burger King or something. Or Arby's. Might have been Arby's, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, the girl went to leave I think she thought she was backing up. So she went to hit her accelerator to pull away from her spot. But she was actually in drive, and when she went to pull away from her spot, she ran right into the building. Right into the side of where the restaurant was. Yeah, no, I remember. Now going back to that woman, though. Oh my God, yeah, her backing skills were not good. I was scratching my head. Like, how in the hell are you as good at backing as you claim to be? Because I saw nothing at all that even remotely impressed me. She didn't have good instincts. It's like when I went to CDL school, I had good instincts and I knew how to do. I knew how to control the trailer even without ever getting trained on it. But it was the setup part I didn't know. U.S. Air Force. All right, this truck stop right up here is the pilot. Green River State Park. Loves. There is no Loves here in Green River that I recall. I don't ever remember there being a Loves here. That one that got torn down as being rebuilt or whatever, that was CNEX or whatever the hell that's called. One of those smaller brands that started with a C. Can't remember if it was CNEX or some. Oh man, I forget. I know the name. I don't see them enough to easily recall. Alright. This looks like. Oh. I can park over here on this side. The overflow parking could. Looks like it might be getting a little full over on the other side already, so. As long as I get my shower, I don't care. As I was pissed about yesterday. Plenty of space here. I'll just turn around. It was off a little bit. Right at the guy next to me, and then start rotating it as I get more near him. Come on. Yeah. Man, that was misleading. I was waiting for the trailer to rotate more toward Brigham, or this other, not Brigham, but this other truck, but like it's just didn't want to rotate. Like I was even off track into the side to make it rotate, but it just didn't have enough where it didn't want to do anything. Ever important time for a shower, so I'm gonna end the feed here. Better stop my dash cam too, so it doesn't overwrite all the footage that I want to make sure I get for you guys. Because of the buffering earlier, so I want to make sure I have it available. All right, so anyway, yeah, I'll be back online in about 30 or so. Have a new stream up. Just watch for me then. All right, we'll see y'all then. Thanks.